Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. The Legend of Zelda turns 40 this year, and if it's anything like Mario's 35th anniversary, we could be in for some cool announcements. Today we're breaking down every realistic and maybe a few crazy announcements Nintendo could make for Zelda's 40th anniversary. But before we get into it, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I make a wide variety of content, but I like to focus on indie games, Nintendo games, and of course, Zelda games. So with that, let's get into it. Now call me crazy, but the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD games could actually come out this year. I thought they would have came out by now, like a couple years ago, but Nintendo likes to do things their own way. Even when the most opportune time arises to release these games, they don't do it. So the fact that the series' 40th anniversary is now upon us, I could actually sort of see them re-releasing these games. But what's more exciting is that they can actually make these games run better on the Switch, and maybe add some more quality of life to these games. I really hope Nintendo does a full-blown Zelda Direct this year. There's just too many announcements and things coming out that having a specific Direct catered to Zelda just makes perfect sense. Because yes, we could get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess this year, but we could also see some other really cool announcements. Now I do want to touch on one big rumor that I've been seeing, and that is the Ocarina of Time remake. This would be huge. And at first I was really against the idea because I love Ocarina of Time. And I actually think Ocarina of Time remake on the 3DS is really good, and it's probably my favorite version. So in my mind, remaking this game again, I don't know, kind of cheapens it. But the more I think about it, the more excited I actually get about a potential Ocarina of Time remake. Just seeing Ocarina of Time in a new engine, and just seeing what Nintendo would do with this game after so many years. I don't see them introducing brand new mechanics or anything like that, but just imagining the visuals and the music. But of course that's just a rumor, and it might be a rumor of fans just really wanting a remake of Ocarina of Time. And there's still a part of me that just doesn't see them going down that route. I would love to be wrong, but what I do see is a potential indie game crossover with Zelda, or having another indie game developer make a new Zelda game. Kind of like what we got with Cadence of Hyrule. When that came out, fans were dumbfounded that Nintendo let an indie game developer handle Zelda. But I would love to see that again. Kind of like what Konami's doing with Castlevania right now, letting an indie game developer make a new Zelda game. It's not going to be a full-blown, huge project, but seeing a game like Cadence of Hyrule again would just make me so happy. And it would add to the celebration of Zelda's 40th anniversary. Alongside that, we could see a 3D Zelda teaser. Now to be clear, I don't think we're actually going to get this game this year, because we all know Nintendo loves to announce Zelda games and then take a couple years to actually release said game. But that's why I think they're going to do a little teaser for this brand new big project 3D Zelda game. I don't think they're going to go just the logo route. I think they're going to show a little bit of the art direction, if it's going to be like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, or if it's going to be its own art style. Kind of like what Breath of the Wild did with its Hyrule, kind of showing off this new looking Link being chased by a guardian. When that first trailer dropped, people were going insane on what was going on. Was Link a woman? Things got crazy back then, and I can imagine Nintendo wanting to drum up that discussion this year. On top of that teaser, we could get more news on the Zelda movie. In fact, I think we're going to get a movie trailer and all of that. That's kind of why I hope that there's a Zelda Direct, because on the outskirts, there may not seem like a lot to Zelda's 40th anniversary, but we already have things in the pipeline. And the Zelda movie is a big deal. I think once the Mario movie releases and it has time to breathe, Nintendo will then start marketing the crap out of this new Zelda movie. Heck, we still don't know who's going to be playing Ganondorf, the big bad of the Zelda series. I really hope it's not a big name, but I know it's probably going to be a big name. It makes me so happy that at least Link and Zelda aren't as big names, but Ganondorf, I could see them going big for him. So far, I love what they're doing with the Zelda movie. I mean, we've only seen kind of the behind the scenes of the movie, and it already looks amazing. I cannot wait to see a trailer and just see what direction they're going to go with this movie. It seems like it's going to be in its own Hyrule, separate from the games, and I love that. I don't want it to be tied to the game in that way. As crazy as it still sounds to me, Zelda is still in the LEGO market, and they actually recently announced a new LEGO set that features the final battle against Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. And this just looks sick. And it's actually reasonably priced, unlike the Deku Tree that they released. That is so overpriced, even as someone who loves the Zelda series and would normally sell out for something like this. I just couldn't do it. That's just way too much. This, it's still pricey, but at least it's more manageable. I can definitely see Nintendo announcing more LEGO sets for the Zelda series after the Ganondorf one drops. I would love a lot more smaller ones, and ones from different games of the series like Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess, or heck, even being able to build the King of Red Lions from Wind Waker. That would be so incredible. The possibilities for the LEGO sets are just endless, and that could be its own dedicated video. But going back to the 40th anniversary, we could also see some spin-offs. I mean, we just got a Hyrule Warriors, so I don't expect another one anytime soon. And honestly, I can't really think of other spin-off ideas other than like a Zelda maker, but even I wouldn't be that interested in that. Now, realistically, we're not gonna get a lot of this. Heck, I'll be happy if Nintendo even mentions Zelda's 40th anniversary. But I don't know, I'm feeling optimistic about Nintendo having some kind of projects for the 40th anniversary. I'm personally really excited to get away from the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom kind of games. Not that I didn't enjoy them, I love Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I just want something new from Nintendo, or at least a new timeline. I love the gameplay of those games. I would love to see what they do in a new setting, new Hyrule. Zelda seems to be always reinventing itself, so I'm really interested in see what Nintendo is cooking up next. So that's all I got today, but let me know down in the comments below what announcement you would love to see for Zelda's 40th anniversary. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more Nintendo content like this. And I'll see y'all next time. God bless.